Congratulations on becoming a V-State Blazer and choosing one of the most interactive majors on campus. I'm honored to say, welcome to the Mass Media program. Now, broadcast and digital communications are an integral part of our everyday lives, from listening to the radio or stream content, to watching television, to using the internet, and of course, using different social media platforms. The BFA, or Bachelor's of Fine Arts with a major in Mass Media, is designed to make sure that you're ready for whatever the media-based workplace can throw at you. Now, in this VS YouTube playlist, you'll see a couple videos talking about your curriculum or the classes that you'll take to become the amazing media professionals that VSU always puts out. And at the end of the video, you'll see some of the work that your upperclassmen have created throughout their journey here. And remember that the best part of VSU is that it's way bigger than a university. It's a place where you belong. So have fun.
So our production has a sequence. You start off in 2050 and 2500, where you learn kind of the basics theory of the different equipment, as well as using different computer programs to create different sorts of concepts. From there, you go into production 1, production 2, and production 3, where we take skill sets such as studio-based equipment, field-based equipment, and then finally kind of campaign management. Ultimately, you'll end up in Capstone, where you'll have to create your own project. We offer different sorts of workshops where you learn a little bit more skills and try to create content, as much content as possible for your resume. We offer workshops in news, sports, audio, and video.
In media diversity, what the focus of the class really centers on is discussing the different ways in which minority groups, and those are different minority groups related to race and ethnicity, but also religion, also different abilities, how those different groups of individuals, how they are both represented in media depictions, but also how they are incorporated behind the camera and included in media productions. So the focus, what we try and do within the class is really consider how both as media producers, but again also as media consumers, how the lack of diversity really influences the stories that we tell, both in front of and behind the cameras, from a diversity perspective. In media criticism, that is an upper level foundational course where we talk about the critical methodologies that students can use to really understand how to make sense of media messages. Now, what we talk about in media criticism really are things like semiotics, feminism, gender studies, political economy, things that I know sound really foreign and maybe things that are complex, but things that we really have a lot of fun with and really become engaged with in order to understand not only the messages that we are taking in as media consumers, but also to better understand the messages and the storytelling that the students are making from a production perspective. So media criticism really forces students to put on their critical thinking caps and think through both the messages that they create as well as the messages they consume.
Now that you're mass media students, you'll be able to create media content in an environment where media professionals can critique your work and enhance your vision and skills. So here's some of the content that you can create in the different workshops here within the mass media program.
Describe to me in as much detail as possible what you're seeing. You're in the street, about to go in. What's going through your mind?
Fear.
Why fear, Simon?
Hello? I need help. I need help.
With his bad cologne having, no necktie wearing, no nice cuff links. Joe, help me out here.
Well, you gotta calm down because you're scaring Joe.
You know what? I want to speak to your supervisor.
Okay.
Huh? I'm gonna have to take this from you.